Oh, you cut over early. That was weird. I wasn't
Little
expecting
bit.
that. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo Sports podcast. This is episode 230 for the week of April 10th, 2022. Prepare for Kansas City.
Wonderful.
My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. This week, I'm joined by the man in the Raleigh exclusive, right?
Yeah.
HCS Camouflagio.
At least that's what they told us, you know.
Yeah. Fuck, better not be lying to us. Will, a.k.a. I, Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you on this Monday evening?
Doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing well as well. Thank you for asking. Before we even dive into anything, Maddie, I believe, of Maddie Rums of noobcombo.com fame, tweeted out that apparently it's National Pets Day today. So I got a puppy. So that happened. I got a puppy yesterday. So that's fun. She's an asshole, but you know, so am I. So, you know, it's great. Cool.
Awesome.
Do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
Yeah. What do we got?
Europa Halo has a major announcement. Hence why I'm wearing my Europa Halo hoodie, because, you know, it's a special time, a special occasion. DeSuave, man, welcome to the live show. Everybody who's tuning in live, welcome. Hope you're having a great night. So yeah, Europa Halo has a major announcement. We'll talk about that as we kick off competitive news. HCS Kansas City gets some great updates. Lots of stuff to talk about for Kansas City. Tournaments are recapped, including finding out the remaining invited players and teams to Kansas City. CTF overtime rules are adjusted in Halo Infinite. We'll see how that affects the competitive scene, especially come Kansas City. And the live service model is looked into for Season 2 and beyond for Halo Infinite. So without further ado, Will, I think it's time that we just dive right into some hot, juicy, sexy, competitive news. So, Will's knocking laptops over. FaZe Clan Halo Invitational has been announced. This is by FaZe. Introducing the FaZe Clan Halo Invitational presented by Nissan, April 16th and 17th, with 12 invited teams and 4 qualified teams. It's a $50,000 prize pool. That's fucking excited. If you want more information on that event, then check out the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in chat if you're watching live, or check out the link in the Google Doc, which will bring you to the Google Doc that shows the show. It'll be in the description of the episode. There we go. We got there, you know. Sometimes I forget what I'm saying. Your words are hard shirt, you know. It's all I think about when I fuck something up is that shirt exists. Halo Rec League tournament announcement. It's by Halo Rec League. We're running a SWAT tournament. Check out the spring SWAT Halo Infinite tournament on April 23rd. 4v4, best of 3 with the grand finals being best of 5. There's no entry fee. There's no prize pool. It's for the fun of SWAT. Let's go check that shit out. How about some EU stuff? Right before we lead into the Europa Halo announcement, the top 64 players in the EU region based on average placing. This is by Mr. T and Crumpets. He states, excited to finally start sharing the data I've been collecting. Here's the top 64 players in the EU based on average placing. I think this does a great job displaying who the best players have been over the course of split number 1. Keep your eyes open on Thursday for another table. And guess who's on that list, Will? Wonderboy.
Nice.
He's on there. All right. Europa Halo and HCS announcement. This is by Europa Halo and Tashi. Europa Halo states, and I'm pretty sure this was yesterday, okay? The upcoming Europa Halo Spring Series will award some of the first HCS points in split number 2. So after the break after Kansas City. Also, there will be several more events later this year from Europa Halo with HCS points and Twitch drops. So, congratulations, guys. That's awesome. It's finally good to see the grassroots organizers, you know, actually be involved in some way. And Tashi actually provided a little bit more clarification on that front. He stated, providing a small amount of HCS points to HCS grassroots tournament operator partners was part of the vision for the program since day one. And we're glad to start offering that up with Europa Halo, who have done so much for the EU community. Abso-fucking-lutely. So congratulations, guys. It's greatly deserved. It's about fucking time. And I'm just really, really happy that finally grassroots partners, grassroots tournament organizers are actually being included in the fold of Infinite Esports, because that's the only way things are going to grow in other regions is with, I mean, obviously we have official events with the World Championships, right? But to grow things even further, you want to keep people engaged as much as you possibly can. And one of the ways to keep people engaged is by having these community run events all the time. And Europa Halo's been doing a great job of that for many years. And the other thing to keep in mind is that now there's HCS points associated with their events. So it'll give even more incentive for people to sign up and compete, bring more people into the fold, and just keep expanding out. It's fucking awesome. Speaking of the future looks bright. It's by Tashi. He states, 2-day summit between HCS team and Esports Engine is in the books. Invigorated by what we all have planned for you in KC and beyond. Great conversations around year 2 as well, and how we can make the format and structure even better. Lots of work ahead, but couldn't be more excited. So in the words of our show, we'll just have to wait and see on that front. But it is good to know that they're having continual talks, and obviously the HCS team wants things to be as best as it could possibly be. And they want to continually iterate, right? They want to continually make things better to make each year progressively better. And so regardless if you go to events or not, provide that feedback, right? Provide that feedback from a spectator standpoint, from a player standpoint, from a viewer standpoint at home, whatever it may be. All that information, again, constructive criticism, respective, okay? They look at that. They look at all of it. Provide it to them. Everything will be better in the future too. All right, Will, here we go. The PCs are back. This is by Tashi as well. KC competitors. For the HCS Kansas City Major, we will be using PCs for pool play and championship bracket once again. The decision was made after a thorough investigation, update, and testing of the PCs that we used at Raleigh and will use at Kansas City. After Raleigh, the team was able to isolate the causes of the crashes we saw on site. These issues have since been addressed in the 1.1.1 update in February and have not appeared in the testing of these PCs prior to Kansas City. All on the up and up there. It sounds good. While we feel confident going into KC with PCs for pool play and championship bracket, we understand that there will always be variables at play that may lead to issues. We have plans in place in case anything unexpected happens in order to avoid situations like Friday at Raleigh. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing everyone in Kansas City. So that's fucking awesome. So obviously it sounds like if it's not going to be official hardware, it'll be dev kits again for Series X's if the PCs aren't going to work out. But yeah, we've seen so many times already, like pros online asking, hey, are we going to have PCs at the event? Are we playing on Series X? What do I need to practice on? Well, we finally have the concrete information right now. It'll be PCs for pool play and championship bracket. And fingers fucking crossed that they stay alive. Fingers crossed. Will, you know I like merch.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Do you like merch, Will?
Yeah.
All right. Sherpa hoodie Will over there.
It's a problem.
It is. It is. Well, what if I told you that there'd be even more merch?
Yeah.
I don't know how much new, but apparently it's going to be new.
I'm already wearing 2 things from Kansas City here.
Oh, shit.
I got the phase long sleeve on and the HCS.
Wait, I saw the red, so I thought it was the Big Team Battle Bonanza shirt for a Golden Boys team.
You know, as a joke, they made those in only 3Xs.
Yeah, they're fucking huge.
Yeah, I could not wear that thing.
How many times can you, because it's 100% cotton,
just blast it in the dryer?
how many times can you wash it and dry it before it shrinks to that Will it just continually shrink?
I think you'll start to get like the bacon neck, with the thing going on. It might be weird.
Okay. Good
We
to
could
know.
try.
As somebody who does the laundry in this household, I feel fucking stupid for not knowing the answer to that question. So, hey, I'm dumb. That's besides the point. Merch! Yes, there will be an event-exclusive tee available for those in Kansas City. Awesome new design that's authentic to HCS and Kansas City. But you have to buy it. Okay, so it's not like a VIP thing. It's not anything of that. You have to buy it. There will also be new mainline HCS gear in Kansas City and online. We're also in the middle of cooking up gear drops for future events. Fuck me. Fuck.
You don't need it all.
I need it all.
You want it all?
I want it now.
Yeah.
It's my merch and I need it now.
No. We're not calling JG Wentworth over here.
877 merch now?
877 merch now.
Or is it Merc? 877 Merc now? Because it's cash. CA. It has to be 4 letters.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
877 merch.
87 merch now.
87 merch now. Anyway. Sorry.
No, I'm not. So, HCS Kansas City on-site experience thread. This is by the HCS. Again, a lot of Kansas City information. Partner team booths. We'll have more partner team booths than we did in Raleigh. Joining us in Kansas City will be Cloud9, Sentinels, FaZe, Space Station, and Fnatic, each providing their own unique on-site experience. So, for those who did not attend Raleigh, let me bring you into the fold here. Technically, the only new booth that's being added is Fnatic. But Cloud9 could be considered to have their
Well, the Cloud9 stuff was just kind of there.
Yeah, it was with optics.
There was no C9 booth.
No. It was shared with what Optic merch was there in the HCS store. They didn't have their own separate booth. But I will say, I'm still fucking pissed that Optic doesn't have a booth.
I'm curious if this is, when they say joining us in Kansas City, does that mean that, because like Sentinels is included in here, so that makes me think United's not going to have a booth.
And they had a great booth last time.
They did.
They had them and Space Station had the best ones.
Oh,
I'm sorry, United. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, your merch is cool and all. I'm not a big fan of like the big on the back of the fucking shit. But like, Space Station had the best merch at the fucking venue. But I'm surprised that, United not being there is surprising. But like, if this is the final list, right? This sounds like it's the final list. But regardless. But the fact that Optic doesn't have one. They're literally one of the biggest organizations in the world, and you don't.
I wonder if they're going to do the same thing.
Just share some merch in the HCS store?
Yeah.
Hope it's fucking better than what they had at Raleigh.
No G2 booth?
Nope. No G2 booth. If that list, also welcome Tools, good to see you. If that list is to be like, this is the finality, this is it, then yeah, G2 won't be there either. Kind of fucking weird. Says G2 has the best gear in all of esports and I can't get any of it. They do have the cool like ninja logo shit, right?
Yeah,
and like
it's like a samurai, right?
Yeah, and then like the slash across with their new jerseys. Yeah, they're pretty fucking cool. Tools, I'm gonna sound like an asshole. Can you not just buy it on their website? Like, is that not possible?
I will do some research.
You should do some research.
I get it though. Like, there's always like getting it from the event though.
Oh, it's in EU. Oh, you should still be able to. Yeah, they'll just convert it for you. You'll have to pay like $20 for shipping to get it over here. But yeah, you can absolutely buy it. It's more of a Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't blame you. When I just get it at KC, not anymore.
Yeah.
Seriously, it is fucking weird though that like it's so weird. Like okay, the G2, yes, they have awesome merch. They're one of the biggest orgs in the world as well. Like it's just, but Optic? Really? No booth? That's fucking weird. Also, welcome, Pancakes. Good to see you as well.
A lot of their stuff is...
Why did you stop yourself from saying shit?
I don't know. A lot of it's sold out.
We're not PG up in this bitch. My God. Guys, we're now a family-friendly show. Good golly gosh, Will.
The G2... shut up, Windows. I don't want to do an update.
Be quiet, Windows.
The G2 supporter jersey from 2021 is only available in large. And their Pro Kit jersey is $95.
$95. Pancake says, oh, you aren't? Fuck, guess I'm out. Oh, you mean frick. Frick. All right, see you later, Tools. Have a great night.
They don't have Halo listed
and
as one of their jerseys on...
Tools, you're 100% right. The Optic merch was terrible at Raleigh. Yes. Yes, it was.
They have a sim racing jersey.
That's why I was hoping they had a fucking booth. I mean, a freaking booth. I'm not even going to try to stop myself.
Yeah.
I really do wish they had a booth, though. I was something that we talked about it literally at Raleigh. Man, we really hope they have a booth at Kansas City. And sure enough, they're not going to, they're just not. Like, that's so shitty, dude. I'll say this, because Tools is right. The merch that they did have, the Optic merch that was at Raleigh was not it. Besides, like, the flag that they had. That was pretty cool. The banner or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, if there is going to be Optic merch, like, shared with the HCS store, please let it, like, just bring some, and I don't even mean this in a negative way. Just bring, like, some generic-ass Optic gaming logoed stuff. Just that. That's all you need. Clean, yes. Hoodies, shirts, hats, stickers.
They have G2 national jerseys. It's kind of cool.
See, their fucking G2 knows what's up, man.
You have a lifestyle
other than their
too.
NFT dumb shit that they tried to do. Besides that, they got some good shit going on. Like, see, cool color combinations and shit. Stuff's awesome. I got to buy something that's G2 related to go with the...
They have a Christmas sweater.
Hey, Space Station did too, you know?
Yeah.
It's good shit. People love it. Gotta love to have it. So, partner team booths are going to be there, but not the ones that we were kind of hoping for. Although the ones that will be there are going to be fine. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be cool. Looking forward to the merch that they have. Looking forward to what they have set up. Going to be cool.
I hope Space Station has something new, exclusive.
True. Very true. That'd be nice. Astro Photo Booth. As always, Astro Gaming will be back to support the community with player and team picks over at their photo booth. It was there last time. Rockstar Energy Booth. Stay on top of your game all weekend long with complimentary Rockstar Energy, but don't try to bring it back into the venue because you will be asked to throw it away.
Well,
or drink it, chug it.
Different security team this time.
Could be. I'm just preparing, you know? Prepare to not be allowed to bring outside drink, regardless if you got it in the venue.
I have an excuse.
You do. You're diabetic. Just be prepared. And that's no joke. That's no front. Like, he is legitimately diabetic. Just know that if you are going to KC, you will more than likely not be allowed to bring external food and drink into the venue. And that even includes the complimentary Rockstar that you get from said venue. That's expectation, right? I will happily be proven wrong, but I just know at Raleigh, that's what it was. They're just doing their job. Let them do their job. There's nothing wrong with that. Just have expectations, right? HCS gear. All new official HCS gear will be available on site, including an exclusive Kansas City 2022 t-shirt. Make-A-Wish booth. To celebrate #World Wish Day, partnered HCS grassroots creators will be on site streaming and driving donations for Make-A-Wish. That's fucking rad. And, Will, we have an update on the VIP experience. Are you ready?
Yep.
Early access to the venue and merch booth. That's kind of obvious. 10% off HCS gear.
That's nice.
It is very nice. Exclusive access to the VIP lounge. Who the fuck knows what that's going to look like?
A rope. And a bar.
That's not even enforced.
I don't know. I hope they heard, because they talked in the previous post about enforcing masks more strictly this time.
Yes, and they heard the feedback. Like, they got the feedback for the VIP stuff.
Yeah, but there was another thing saying that VIP wouldn't be changing for this event.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So
Shit.
it's going to be the roped off area, a little stationary bar, and 4 couches.
If they can just have like a monitor or TV closer, that'd be cool.
Be nice. Be
Yeah.
neat.
I mean, yeah, pretty neat. How neat is that? Limited edition VIP credentials. In other words, the badge that you get will have VIP on the bottom.
It's purple instead of orange.
Yeah, and maybe a different picture. But hey, limited edition. Exclusive production tour.
We'll see if it's changed up at all.
Yeah. Hopefully better. Wasn't bad the first time, just hopefully expanded upon. Who knows? Early access to the free-for-all sign-up. So
do I do that again?
Ooh. Yes. You can't just say, should I do that?
Get my
And
butt
not
kicked.
expect a no.
Aquarius is literally my worst map. And that's what it's played on. I don't know why I cannot.
So we're getting in customs.
Oh,
And we're
okay.
only running Aquarius.
Free for all Aquarius from now till Raleigh.
Yep. Tour to Walsh's on Aquarius only.
Oh, no.
2 a week.
No. Just no.
What's up, Eric? Welcome to the live show. VIP rope poggers. Pancakes, let's do it. No. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, you could go ahead. My pinky will hurt after like the first 200 kills.
Nah. I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm not gonna stress about playing.
There you go. Surprise exclusive giveaways.
So we got to be in the VIP section.
Yeah. Our asses will be glued to the 2 couches that are in there.
And if one of us needs to get up, like we're just sprawling out, right?
Yeah.
Like,
saving the entire couch.
Lay on the couch.
Yeah. And then if somebody comes over, just be like, don't touch my dick. And they just like, people be like, what the fuck?
Twist his dick.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, just an MMA fight.
And then finally, VIPs will earn the Grand Finals Twitch drop. It is not exclusive for VIPs, but you just get it early, and you don't have to sit there with your phone out to get it during the Grand Finals. So there you go.
What happens if like someone bought 2 tickets?
As in me?
Right, under probably not your gamer tag email.
Ooh.
Right? We're still gonna have to sit with that.
No, it's under my email. It is under my email. I just use our account.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's through Ticketmaster, and I can transfer a ticket.
Yeah.
So I can transfer it to you.
I have to have you. Okay.
Because what I'm wondering is, I'm wondering how that's going to work, right? Because they don't take gamer tag info when you bought the tickets.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if like, hey, when you get your badge, right?
You know what? To be completely honest, I'm not gonna care about that because knowing my mind, I'm gonna have my phone open and make sure I get it right then and there anyway.
Sure. And you will be able to do that. It is kind of weird though. Like, how are they going to do this?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to wait and see.
And if there is something that they do take down when we arrive, beautiful.
Awesome. And finally, the last piece of competitive news. HCS Kansas City talent has been announced. This is by the HCS. The hosts include Lottie and Blaze, and the casters include Bravo, Onset, Clutch, Gaskin, Puckett, Walshy, Goofy, Schurzy, Shyway, and Tony.
10 casters, 1 main stage, 3 featured stations.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Sad to not see Golden Boy there. He said he has prior commitments though.
Yeah.
So fully understandable, GB. Just sad that we're not going to be able to see you there. Cool to see Puckett there. Casting Halo again. That's cool. Really, really happy to see Schurzy. That's fucking rad.
Is he going to pull out the shades day 1 again?
Oh, please do. Please do. Shades and jacket.
Yeah.
I love what he brings. I love what all the casters do. I love what Schurzy brings coming into this. Love the demeanor. I think it's great. Sad not seeing Echidna there. I thought she did a great job at Raleigh. I thought she was funny. kind of broke up the
normalcy.
Yeah.
I guess I don't want to use normalcy because it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
She brought some spice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Like her E-United jokes were funny, and yeah, I thought, like I said, brought some spice. Thought that was much needed. Kind of like how Scherzi would do when casting. Brought that spice. So yeah. I'm fucking excited though. We're only a couple weeks away from this shit.
Approaching quick.
It is really. Holy moly. But that's actually it for the competitive news, Will. It's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week, presented by NoobCombo.com. Check out NoobCombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. And maybe buy some of their merch. I'm rocking the old school limited edition NoobCombo.com t-shirt. You cannot get it anywhere else, folks. You also can't get it off me, bitch. So, daily tournaments, UMG daily tournaments, and First Blood daily tournaments are taking place on Monday, April 11th. That's today. The Esports Arena Series E, which I believe did not take place last week, so I think is going to be taking place this week. I hope so. Tuesday, April 12th, that's tomorrow. We have the Louis V Titans Money Tuesday Open and the Halo Rec League FFA Series. That is continuing as well. Tuesday, April 12th, and Wednesday, April 13th, we have the FaZe Clan $50,000 Invitational Qualifier. Okay, that's the qualifier. On Wednesday, April 13th, the Knights Arena Weekly Halo Infinite 4v4. On Friday, April 15th, and Saturday, April 16th, we have the Lady Spartan Pro Series Qualifier number 3. On Saturday, April 16th, we have the Halo Rec League 4v4 Fiesta Slayer April Fun Down. Ooh, I like that. Fun Down! The EGL Halo Banished Cup, the Community Gaming Halo Infinite 4v4, and the Crest League 4v4. And then on Saturday, April 16th, and Sunday, April 17th, we have the FaZe Clan $50,000 Invitational. So the qualifier had already taken place. You had your qualified teams enter with the invited teams, and it's time for the big fucking throwdown, baby. Oh shit, Fun Down and EGL have been canceled. Thanks, Maddie. Well, fuck me. I'll just remove those real quick. That's it. For your upcoming tournaments of the week, presented by NoobCombo.com. Check out NoobCombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. Will, what would we typically have next? Roster Media! Wow! Fuck! Raider Hater coming in during the sound of Roster Mania with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much. You get a. Will, what would this segment typically be?
It's usually Roster Mania, but we got nothing right now.
So you get a woo! There it is.
All right.
EGL has canceled all their Halo tournaments. See, I was wondering, Maddie, because I saw that there weren't results for the one that should have taken place last week. So I didn't want to assume, but I kind of assumed. You know what I mean? Oops on the timing. Nah, man, it's great. The timing was fucking phenomenal. Thank you so much for the 5-month resub. You're incredible. Thank you so much. Well, Will, since we don't have any rosters to talk about right now, let's talk about some scrims. And not only some scrims. So, Will, we've talked about Snipe Down on the show. Eric Rona. You know, the dude. And he's been hearing a lot of shit. Some of it from us. And you know what? He's actually talked about it. So without further ado, let's get into some scrim recaps and let's talk about what Snipe said. On April 6th, Complexity. This is a big one here, okay? Again, scrims are scrims, so take everything with a grain of salt, you know, whatever you want to do. But on April 6th, Complexity beat G2 7-3. G2, partnered team, has had basically a consistent roster. Complexity coming in, they believe they had a roster change before they won that Open Series event. Complexity beating them 7-3. That's might not be anything to scoff at there. That's pretty cool. Good to see. Complex, like I said, watch out for, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm wrong on a lot of predictions, okay? Basically every prediction. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt when I say this, but pay attention to that complexity roster at KC. I feel something. My tingly bits, Just feel some. April 7th, FaZe beats Sentinels 7-6. Okay. Something to pay attention to. FaZe have gotten a little bit better in their scrims. Sentinels a team that has, now that they finally have their full roster again, they're able to consistently practice with one another. Who knows? Something to pay attention to. FaZe performing a little bit better in scrims. We've seen them not do so hot in scrims before. Hopefully this trend continues. Just have a couple more weeks before KC starts, and you have that boot camp that I believe they're in. So we'll just have to wait and see. And then Cloud9. The only reason why I'm including this is because of what XSET did. So Cloud9 beat XSET, but it was 7-4. Now, we talk about all the time, how much effort are they actually putting in, blah, 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 blah. It's scrim's a scrim. But the fact that XSEC took 4 games off Cloud9, something to think about. Kratos hate aside, that XSEC roster, they have fire in them. They have a lot of fire in them. Who knows how this is going to transition to KC? But I know Kratos wants to win. That's without a shadow of a doubt. So we'll see what happens. And then on April 10th, Optic Gaming, again, close one. Optic Gaming beat FaZe 7-6. So again, FaZe getting better in scrims. This is recent, okay? But that's good to see. Because all we want to see is progress being made, regardless of it being scrims or not. Like, the fact of the matter is, this is data that we have to go off of. They're getting better in the scrims. They need to translate this into tournament format. But here's what Snipedown said. Seen so much Halo talk the past month plus about Snipe plays too much Apex, etc. But don't realize how much I actually work my ass off. Just because I don't stream scrims doesn't mean I'm not playing every day, watching films, talking strats, even doing 2-a-days. I'm doing just fine. Focus more on what you can do better in your own life, and I promise you'll be much happier. I love competing in Halo, but casually, the game isn't rewarding in the slightest. I'm blessed to have a game like Apex to stream every day while I compete in another. I scrim every single day besides Saturdays. Always am there to talk about the games after, warm up before. I'm gaming like 12 hours almost daily. I just don't stream Halo scrims often. Your thoughts, Will?
So here's the thing.
Please do, because we've talked about this exact thing about, we wondered, is him playing too much Apex affecting how things are happening on that FaZe roster in Halo?
Sure. The criticism of playing too much Apex comes from, yes, we're not seeing you scrim. You don't talk about your scrims when you're playing Apex. You don't really talk about Halo much when he's playing Apex.
Right. Not that he needs to.
Yeah, right. We just don't hear it. We don't know.
Right.
So when we see FaZe not placing where they should be as a top tier org, things start to get looked at with a microscope, really.
Yeah, and top tier talent too.
Top tier talent.
They have the talent necessary. We've said it countless times before.
Right. So I think that's where the questions start to pop up, is like, kind of like, what's going on, because we don't see the scrims. Now, you're there, you're doing the work, you are putting it in, and hopefully these scrim results will translate to tournament success. We have a lot of great teams and talent at the top. Cloud9 really taking everything right now. You have Optic, FaZe themselves. E-United's playing at a really high level. Sentinels, can't forget about that squad. So when, I guess, maybe those 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th placings are really something to be achieved right now. because we have so much top tier talent at the top. But it just comes from a place of like, man, Snipe Down used to be at the top all the time, and now what's going on? I think that's where it comes from.
Right, and you said it yourself. It's like it's us not knowing.
Yeah.
Right? And you're right. When we look at previous scrim results and we listen to the comms that are happening in those scrims, right? Obviously things seem to have gotten better.
Yeah.
But what we talked about last time when we were talking about this roster as a whole is that you're right. The placings that the FaZe squad were getting in our minds weren't reflective of where they should be.
Yeah.
Because you look at the talent on that roster and you're like, I mean, these kids, you literally have some of the top tier talent in the world on your team. It's not translating into placings that we would expect you to be at because we think so highly of that roster, right?
Yeah.
And then we see these scrim results come in before these couple that we already talked about. We hear the comms that are taking place. Like we wonder who is the in-game leader on this team? How's the coaching going? This isn't to throw shade at anybody. It's just, it's questions that we ask ourselves. It's questions that we ask ourselves when we watch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or when they're not being streamed, and I'm not saying you need to stream everything. Unlike, I think we even had this topic on the show a while ago, but like, I don't think you need to stream everything, but it's just when we do see on Halo Data Hive and whatnot, like these results pop in and they're not, we talk about all the time, a scrim's a scrim. It is what it is, right? It's not end all be all. But when you look at the results that do come in and they're not what you'd expect for that squad to do, yeah, more questions are raised. And then Snipes playing Apex all the time. Awesome. He loves the game. That's fantastic. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, more questions are asked, right? Like, oh, is he dividing his time up too much? Is he not fully committed to this? Now, I guess part of that is on us too, where it's like, well, we're planting those questions into our own heads. Like, we don't have to be asking ourselves those questions. It's just like, but they pop up.
But yeah, and you also don't know that he's pulling scrims before his stream or film review, or you don't know that's going on with the team.
I will say it's good to know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy. I'm sorry that because again, part of it is on us because we've talked about it before, but like, I'm sorry that to Eric, that it got to a point where he needs to go online and be like, guys, I work my ass off over here. But at the same time, I'm happy that we got the clarification, because if we didn't get the clarification right, we'd be asking these same questions, especially leading right up into KC.
Yeah. And look, it's kind of like any other, I mean, in my mind, any other kind of sports player. If I see, like, if I see freaking, how do I want to put this? Like, Kirk Cousins going to play soccer every weekend when the Vikings are not playing well, I'm going to start questioning him a little bit.
Right. Like, why the fuck aren't you practicing with your team? Why aren't you putting in that extra effort with your team?
Yeah. Snipe Down being as prominent of a player as he is in the public eye. Like, people are going to ask those questions when things aren't going. And it's the fact that we just didn't know what was going on behind the scenes.
Right. That, along with the placings that have been received as of recent. Now, granted, we're literally not even major. We're two
Pro Series.
We're two events in with North American teams.
Sure.
So we had the Raleigh Major, which was right after the game released. People were feeling each other out, right? We can't really base a lot of things off that. But then Anaheim happened. Teams had more practice under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just placings that you wouldn't expect.
It's also weird to me that the NA side of things have been quiet for as long as they have leading up to a major event.
Right.
It kind of feels like the hype has fallen off,
mm-hmm.
and not as much will be there because there's been no North America. Not to say the EU teams or anything like that don't carry it. It's just for us, that's our region. So we would obviously pay more attention to that.
Right.
And we just haven't had that kind of lead up into a major event. No more rivalries. Like, we know the Optic Cloud9 is going to be there. Where's E United going to bust in?
Everybody hates Kratos.
Yeah.
We know that.
So it's just, a lot has just been left on the table since the last pro event.
Right. And that's the thing too, is that like with FaZe, they won that open series event. But realistically, the only like top 4 team that competed in that one was a United. It's like I'm happy. Like, don't get me wrong here. I don't want people to like misconstrue what I'm saying here. Like, I'm happy that they did compete in that, right? I'm happy that we're seeing all the time, and Will's going to talk about it in the tournament league recaps. I love seeing like this G2 X FaZe roster, right? Half a G2, half a FaZe, going in and competing in these community run events, right? Love seeing these players come in and compete in these community events that are taking place because it keeps them fresh when they're outside of scrims. They're still remaining engaged. This is nothing against Snipe Down playing Apex. I'm just saying I'm happy that other players are going in on these top tier rosters and keeping things fresh, going in and competing with others, going in these community events and just remaining active, whether this game or not, I guess you could say. I don't fucking know. But no, Eric, thank you for the clarification on that. It is greatly appreciated because we didn't know. And again, I'm sorry because we egged it on as well on this show that it came to this point where you had to address it like this. But I like the sports analogy that you gave, Will. It's like you just don't... Questions are asked. Especially if you're a public figure like this. So, but we got the information. We got the clarification. The man puts his fucking work in. And Snipe, for you and your team, I just really hope it pays off at KC. Because if it doesn't, then more questions are going to be asked. But at least we know you're putting the work in. That's really all that matters, is that you're putting the time in with your team and trying to be better. And guess what? I also agree with the Infinite not being very fun casually. But that's besides the point. What's up, Snag? Welcome back. Will, would you like to move on?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to our regular tournament and league recaps for the week. So, Will, would you mind getting us through those?
Yep, Halo Rec League FFA Series Week 4 leaders. Tied for 9th is Evil Fud, Skyblaster, Golden Guy, and Chautauq. Tied for 6 is V Finest, Puma, and some Elite Speak shit I don't know. T4 is F Daddy and El Generic. 3rd is Supermain. 2nd, Paradise. And 1st is E7's Infinite.
Still at the top spot, baby.
Domino's Halo Infinite FFA tournament results. In 4th place is Gunna. 3rd is Ringo. 2nd is Reburst. And 1st is, I'm going to say, Matthias. We had Louis V Titans Money Tuesday open. 3rd and 4th was Abamines, which was Aperture and Mines. We had Meatheads, which was Gunpluction and Claytron. 2nd went to Cinta Negra, which was Johan MC and Guardian Flies. 1st went to Halo Reach Sweats. It is Remcy and Hillbilly. We had Knights Arena Weekly Halo Infinite 4v4 in 3rd, 4th, Rock Bottom. Is it Bang Bong?
Bang Bong.
Whatever. Bong. Fucking get your shit together.
Whoa!
Coochie.
Charcuterie board?
Coochie is just the gamer tag. Poochie is the next person, and then
Coochie and Poochie.
And then Mer7F.
Or is it Choochie?
Choochie?
Is it Coochie or Choochie?
I mean, it depends on...
Poochie?
English is hard.
Coochie Poochie?
Next up is Team Skyline, Paradise, Finesse, Supermain, and Glozes. 2nd went to Pittsburgh Knights, Atto Drift, Bullet, and Tapping Buttons. And 1st went to Street Runners, Too Nice, Ampium, Stand Paradigm, and Nexusar.
Speaking of which.
Next tournament, Knights Arena Monthly Halo Infinite 4v4. 3rd, 4th was Street Runners, Too Nice, Ampium, Stand Paradigm, and Nexusar. Pittsburgh Knights, Atto Drift, Bullet, Tapping Buttons. 2nd, Pioneers, Renegade, Soul Snipe, Dark, and Manny. And 1st went to G2 and FaZe, Falcated, Stellar, Boobadoo, and Bound.
Renegade was on the Pioneers roster.
A Rash Spartans Throwback Halo 3 Doubles Tournament. In 4th, we had a Vader and Z Brett. 3rd went to Digital 8715 in Magical. Second went to Cutie and Flazin. I don't know. Figure it out. And Catastrophe and Gun Type.
Coochie?
It's got to be Chuchi. I'm hoping it's
I think it's Chuchi. I think it's Chuchi and Poochie. Well, I'm not even going to say anything else. I'm not taking myself further into this fucking hole. Go ahead, Will.
SWAT Nation Halo 5 Spring Fling Sniper or Swipers. Sorry, Swiper no swiping. Co-ed 4v4. Fourth place was Z4 Ice Tyrant Rudelant, Valorous, and Z1 Tyler. Third went to Farmer Fabulation. What do you? Okay, people. Your gamer tag is Sweet Copulation. Bob, Drip Drip Double, and Raised Wolf. Second went to Murder Strenva, Airborne Vanessa, Strenny, Young Guns, and Merly. And first went to Golden Potatoes. It's Pink, Nafburger, Smokey Dig, and Veronica. Congrats, yo.
Did you say congrats, yo?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Moving on. HCS Kansas City Major Free for All qualifier number 2. In fourth place was Jazil Yuppets. Take your fourth.
Jazil Yuppets.
Elalai third. Is Drax in second, and Verse Jet in first.
Again, just for people to understand that each person who wins the qualifier for each region, so the first place in each region, wins a trip to KC. So Verse Jet
from Mexico. Yep. Next up is Australia, New Zealand, and fourth was Scoobmeister.
Oh, that's a good name.
That's a good one. Third was Strafe Noble. Second was Bandit, and first Plasma.
Congratulations, Plasma.
Out of EU, in fourth place was Warlord. Third was Outcast. Second was Mista, and first was Glory GG's.
Congratulations, Glory.
And from North America, we had in fourth place Cortex. Third was OG Halo Noob. Second was Claytron, and first was Reverbed.
Congratulations, Reverbed. We'll see you guys at KC.
All right. Last but not least was the Xbox Games Pass has PC games.
X
Games. I was going to say.
X Games.
Xbox Games Pass has PC games Open Series 4v4. It's almost a tongue twister there.
It's so bad. Fourth
place was The Hand, Sylvanic, Exio, Fasty, and Bepix. Third went to Notorious, Precision, Kyle Groovy.
Good name.
Alex Shock, and Parzelli. However, second place went to Total Control, Eli Elite, Avenue, Mortality, and Claim. And first went to Incognito. It's Cycle, Neuronical, Carmea, and Piggy.
And I believe if they've accepted, they will represent version 1 at Kansas City.
That's right.
Yep, that is what the winning team received. Was representation by to represent version 1, all expense paid trip, and to compete at HCS KC.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
All right, that's all I got for the Tournament League recaps, Josh.
All right, let's get into some regular news. Will, a fucking big boy came out today.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use the restroom while you go through this.
Go for
I'll
it.
Be back.
Go for it. Because we'll talk about Infinite after this. But there's an update on Halo MCC. This is by Alex Wakeford. Again, this is a fucking big one. I did trim down the article, of course, so if you want to read through the entire thing, please feel free to do so. Link is included in the Google Doc in the show. It's the show. And the entire article at halowaypoint.com is included in there. But for the sake of our show, try to include just the good bits. So for today's update, which literally came out today, ODST Firefight, Flood Fight has been introduced. It's finally out. Yes, it's finally there. To support this fan favorite mode, we've made numerous networking improvements which benefit Firefight across the board. We've also fixed several issues with enemies getting stuck or not seeking out the player properly. Players can now use the visor map to see enemy locations even while waiting to respawn in Firefight matchmaking. Players can now use the Energy Sword and Sentinel Beam in ODST for the first time ever. It can even spawn with these weapons in Fiesta Fight. We've also mixed new enemies such as Elites and Flood into the Wave lineup for various arcade variants and firefight matchmaking, so they're going to be spread across the board. A handful of these fixes and improvements have been imported back to Halo Reach as well. For example, players can now trade weapons with allies, Covenant units in Firefight Versus, and the friendly Marines on the Installation 04 map, and evict them from vehicles to take over their seats in firefight matchmaking. Flood are accompanied by dense fog, which gives firefight mission a new and spooky ambiance. Flood can now occupy vehicles for the first time since Halo 2, and players will encounter and potentially commandeer these across multiple firefight missions. In ODST, there are also 3 new types of Flood combat forms: the Infected Civilian, the Infected ODST, and the Infected Elite Major, which sports red armor and energy shields. The Flood can employ all their familiar strategies as well. Stalker forms can climb on walls and deploy as range forms in unexpected locations. Flood can also drop onto the map via dispersal pods. Lastly, unlike the Master Chief, ODSTs can be infected and resurrected by the Flood, including your dead teammates and or yourself, like the dead body that's on the ground. So that's fucking cool. New boons are available across the firefight missions to aid you against the undead onslaught. These boons include things like weapon racks containing assault rifles and battle rifles, neither of which were available in Firefight in the original Halo 3 ODST release. On some maps, players will find... Whoa! Eric with 14-month resub, he says, here's to Josh's tingly bits and to unpronounceable elite speak. Night, y'all. So happy to hear you two still at it. Hey, Eric, thank you so much. You get a woo! You have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Greatly appreciated. Love you. On some maps, players will find flamethrowers to fend off the Flood. On others, players will be assisted by allies. Marines and NMPD officers will help combat the Flood and can help you by manning vehicles and turrets. On night missions, allied elites are delivered via insertion pods to aid you. If matchmaking isn't your thing, these allies can help you even the odds in solo firefight, and they can be enabled in any firefight game variant, not only in Flood fight. Lastly, some Flood enemies will be generous enough to drop any grenades they may be carrying with, which you can then use to restock your inventory. UI improvements. We made a number of UI presentation adjustments across MCC's front end. In the customization menus, we've improved the presentation of the firefight voice preview behavior for Halo Reach and how items are previewed. We've updated and redesigned numerous icons to use throughout the menus, as well as fixed some performance issues which could occur in the main menu and the pause menu after returning from gameplay. For the custom game browser, we've added support for automatic team changing, which allows for game hosts to avoid manual team changes in favor of automatically evening teams out when a new match begins. This is available across all games, including Halo 2, Halo 2 Anniversary, and Halo 4, which are new to the custom game browser with this update, which means, yes, every game now in MCC is in the custom game browser. That's fucking cool. Forge and mod tools. We made several changes to empower forgers and modders as well. In Halo Reach 4 and 2, we've added support for team-based kill volumes. So that's cool. In Reach, we've also added proper support for the target locator to reset on new rounds in multiplayer and to be synchronized properly across devices. Modders may also notice that weather now synchronizes properly across devices in Reach as well. Campaign crossplay for 3 and ODST. Players on PCs and Xbox consoles can now play these campaigns cooperatively online. Note that while this feature has been tested internally, the team requires additional insight from real players with different networking setups. In other words, you're beta testing it. Campaign customization for Halo 4. Weapon customizations allow players to use their skins when starting levels and when picking up weapons. In Halo 4, campaign customization will work similarly to how it already works in CE and 3. Whenever a player picks up a weapon, their selected skin will be applied to it. In campaign, players will still play as Master Chief and will not see their custom armor, visor, or armor effects. Now in Halo 4 multiplayer, skins are applied in all game variants. So for example, spawning with a random weapon in Fiesta or acquiring a weapon in Escalation Slayer will now use your selected skin. Halo 3 medal update. We've added support for 51 new multiplayer medals. The full list is in the patch notes, as well as fixed issues with the existing Spectacular and Triple-Double medals. Players can now enable the full unified medal display setting to see all these medals in the MCC HUD overlay in Halo 3. But if you don't like new shit, the original plus medal display setting can be enabled. But if you don't like any new shit, then you can enable the original medal display setting for the legacy experience. Lastly, if you don't like medals at all, I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't, you can now set the medal display to off. Yay, toggles! Adjustments to monthly challenges and exchange rotations. Monthly challenges will grant points which you can spend in the exchange to unlock new armor and customization items. That's cool. And the current seasonal challenges will shift to a 28-day cadence and award XP and or points that you can spend in existing tiers for previous seasons or the exchange to unlock new armor or customization items. Skulltacular. They're adding skulls, and lots of them. But note that some are experimental, so use at your own risk. But here they are. Halo 2. Acrophobia is being added. In Halo 3, you have, and I'm not going to read through the descriptions of them all, but here are the skulls that you'll get. Anger, Bandana, Bonded Pair, Boom, Eye Patch, Foreign, Ghost, Jacked, Malfunction, Master Blaster, Pinata, Recession, So Angry, Swarm, That's Just Wrong. They come back. And that's that. And then Halo 3 ODST is all those, and then Acrophobia as well. And I recommend you go through and read the descriptions yourself because some of them are pretty weird. Looking ahead, below is a list of key features and content the team has up its sleeve to release over the course of this year. Again, this year. Mod support for remaining games. Our goal is to support modding and Steam Workshop for every game in the MCC. In an update, we're adding support for Halo 3 ODST. During this year, our goal is to also add support for Halo Reach, Halo 2 Anniversary Multiplayer, and Halo 4. Remaining customization content. We still have some leftover armor and customization content that wasn't in our previous seasonal releases. We'll be endeavoring to bring these items to the MCC. Campaign collectibles for the remaining games. The code and content to support these shootable MOA collectibles on all remaining games, Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, and 4, is complete. The collectibles themselves have not been placed or configured for any of the games aside from Halo 3. However, in CE and 2, these will only appear in classic visuals. In ODST, they will receive the yellow outline when using visor mode like the existing audio log collectibles. Post-match customization screen remaining games. There's a new category of post-match customization for multiplayer which allows players to set a pose for the post-game carnage report. This feature will support poses for both Spartans and Elites. And accessibility items. In the future, we're looking to include improved mission subtitle support across all games, controller remapping, and we're exploring additional campaign accessibility options. Additional adjustments. For this year as well, with our move away from MCC seasonal releases, we'll be making some UI adjustments and changes to how things from the seasonal model appear in the game. Along with these updates, we're working on a variety of customization improvements to simplify the UI, as well as make a clear distinction between legacy and new content that are available to players in the game. One last major item is that we're doing work on medals for Halo 3. Everything from adding universal medals to the game, updating XP across them, including some missing medals, and then also adding a toggle for players similar to CE and 2 to switch back to how they originally appeared. Post feature complete. Once we have wrapped up the updates throughout this year, the team will continue to engage with the community and find areas of opportunity to adjust as needed for MCC. We've had an amazing journey updating these games and bringing them to PC, and so we greatly look forward to continuing to hold up our end of the bargain and delivering high-quality features to MCC throughout the rest of this year. And then beyond seasons. As seasonal content updates are no longer the update model for the MCC, we are aiming to deliver multiple updates sprinkled throughout 2022. These are focused on delivering key features, quality of life updates, and bug fixes alongside the unreleased content from last year. Our aim is to balance our release windows at times where these do not conflict with ongoing updates to Halo Infinite. There you go. Potentially the last big MCC info dump that we'll get. Hope you enjoyed. Will, do you like to cook?
No.
No? All right. Well,
not so much.
Well, then this won't be for you. But there's an official Halo cookbook that's been announced. You can go pre-order that shit. It's coming out in August. Halo Infinite April 2022 patch updates by Halo support. This has been released. This includes the CTF overtime updates. We'll talk about it. So, in stockpile matches, power seeds will no longer spawn in unreachable areas of the map. I've never had that happen to me, so I'm glad it's fixed, though. After completing a multiplayer match via LAN, the post-game carnage report now shows match statistics for players. Match stats may not appear for observers in a LAN match. All right, sudden death changes. Here we go for CTF. Sudden death will start when the round timer expires and an outcome-affecting flag is away from its base. For example, if Cobra Team is winning 1-0 and only Eagle team's flag is away, it will not trigger sudden death because Cobra is already winning. Okay? If Cobra team is winning 1-0 and Cobra's team flag is away, it will trigger sudden death because now Eagle has an opportunity to score. If Cobra and Eagle teams are tied, either team's flag being away will trigger sudden death because either team has an opportunity to score. The sudden death timer will pause if any outcome affecting flag is contested and will reset if the flag is picked up, therefore continually keeping overtime applied as long as that flag is continually being moved. If all outcome affecting flags are returned, in other words, no flags are away from their base, then sudden death will terminate and the round will end. Now, it does not say it will end immediately, so I wonder if it's still like the ticker, like the circle, you know? I wonder if it's that, or I wonder if it will be immediately. I haven't tested it yet, so I don't know. This rule change applies to both normal rounds and overtime rounds in the arena and ranked variants of CTF in multiplayer matchmaking and custom games. And then there was improvements to joining fire teams and accepting invites from a suspended state on Xbox consoles. Will, do you like these CTF overtime rule changes?
Yeah, they're fine.
All right.
No big deal there.
I agree. All right. The last piece of news that we have for this week. Not nearly as long as last week's. The Season 1 Outcome Report, this time the live model by 343 Industries. This week, we're doing another outcomes report, almost like an outcomes part 2, that's focused on our live team's responsibilities. In it, we'll cover feedback on Halo Infinite's customization, shop, battle pass, progression, challenges, ultimate rewards, events, theater, observer mode, and more. So for customization, feedback included. Players want to be able to use customization content across different cores, damn it! We agree that there is room to have better customization by lifting core restrictions where possible. For right now, we're pursuing options that will allow players to use certain customization items on different cores. Due to the way the core system was initially built, getting items to work on various cores will take time. It may not even be possible for all items, and will likely require us to do it piece by piece. As we investigate what expanding to cross-core customization will require from a tech perspective, our initial focus is on enabling as many helmets, visors, and armor coatings across different cores as possible. In short, our goal is that we'll be incrementally moving to a model that has coatings and visors working across all cores, with helmets and chest gear working across cannon cores as our first focus changes to make in the system. Feedback included. Players want items that make up a kit, like the HCS kits, to be able to be used individually. In a future update, we'll be changing the kit system so that it will allow players to support individual items from their kits to use in their own personal Spartans. So not now. Many would like to use multiple attachments on their vehicles, weapons, and Spartans. Our focus is currently set on cross-core customization and kits, but we wanted to acknowledge this and we'll see what we can do. In other words, that shit ain't coming for a while. Another piece of feedback was desire for more and higher value customization content through the free methods. Season 2 will improve on the free experience by slowly removing armor core limitations to enable more customization options with those free items, having better customization items as weekly ultimate rewards, and having even more customization content in event passes and the free track of the battle pass. So they're working on it. And then, Will, for the folks out there who got that 152 in Halo 5, we have an update for you. Feedback included Watchdog and Red Shift armor coatings do not look like what was shown in 2020. Additionally, new weapon coatings look similar to Watchdog weapon coatings. Well, we want to make it right in a future update. So not right now. The shop! Feedback included the price the shop offers can vary between offers seen having similar value. So we started selling items individually when possible, tried to better standardize pricing based on value, and focus on reducing prices across the board. And they'll keep doing that. Feedback, desire for more purchase options, including a higher rate of rotation and allowing the purchase of individual items within bundles. They're looking to do that later. Battle Pass and progression. Desire for a career progression system separate from the Battle Pass. It's in the design phase right now. We want to nail it out of the gate, and that's going to take some time. Feedback, award per match XP that takes performance into account. Per match XP is on the way and will land this year. Feedback includes, players want the Battle Pass to contain more value across both free and premium tracks. So the free Battle Pass will contain even more customization content than Season 1's, including the Lone Wolf's armor core early on in the track. As for the premium track, we've added credits as another reward tier and will allow players to earn up to 1,000 credits. Season 2 will also have better weekly ultimate rewards and improved event passes, giving players plenty of opportunities to earn customization content for free. Couple pieces of feedback. Some challenges can be too situational, such as the Killjoy challenges, and some challenges can be misconfigured or worded in a way that results in players not making progress when expected. We've been doing our best to address challenges that end up being too situational, misconfigured, or confusing whenever feedback pops up around them. Please continue letting us know when that shit happens. The support team has been tracking reports of various challenge-related issues and brings them directly to us for evaluation. And lastly, as of this week, we've removed the Killjoy challenges from all challenge decks, and you won't be seeing it again anytime soon. But that makes me think they're going to come back later anyway. Piece of feedback, value of ultimate rewards varies too much. Desire for consistent higher value rewards bar. Wait, no, Jesus Christ. Desire for consistent higher value rewards. Season 2's ultimate rewards will feature rewards at a higher and more consistent quality bar. That means they'll focus on content like coatings, visors, and stances, and no longer have emblems or backdrops throughout the course of the season. For example, here are the first 5 weeks of ultimate rewards in Season 2. Week 1 is the Sentry stance. Week 2, the Battleship Haze MA40 AR coating. Week 3, the Alabaster Cognac Razorback coating. I'm intrigued as to what the fuck that looks like. Week 4, Amber Yesterday visor. And week 5, the Spring Mountain stance. Spring Mountain stance. Is that going to be like the captain stance? What the fuck is that going to be?
No idea.
I don't know. Feedback. Double XP boost running off time is not preferred. Remember how the challenge system was implemented? Well, this confirms that it's fucked. So, double XP boost utilizing time is a little more complex than it may appear on the surface. We've seen the recommendations to use Halo 5's double XP boosts, which work on a per-match basis. However, since Halo Infinite currently leverages challenges for XP, though per-match XP will be landing later this year, there's a chance a player could not meet the requirements for the challenge in that game, and therefore not get any reward for a per-match boost. Since you don't know when you may complete that challenge, again, it's stupid. We instead opted for time-based boosts to make sure players could knock out multiple challenges or get a handful of attempts to knock out a specific one. Based on feedback from last year, though, we did end up bumping the double XP boost timer from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and then doubled it again from 30 minutes to an hour. Although it isn't perfect, we do think it's a fair approach for the time being. Longer term, however, we do agree with moving away from time-based XP boosts, especially with per-match XP coming in a future update. We'll have more to share on both of these at a later date. Events! Feedback includes desire to have modes from events persist in some fashion after the event ends. This season we've had events end, and their modes, time, and matchmaking end with it. The feedback around this approach was not unexpected, but we wanted to give it a try to see if it could help spice up events. Now that we've given it a try, we'll be doing a better job of making event content available in the normal matchmaking rotation starting in Season 2. You FOMO motherfuckers. Feedback. Winter Contingency was good, but not having an event pass to track progress was confusing. So, if we do another run of a simple event like this, we'll be sure to leverage the event pass feature in-game so players know what they've earned and what they're working towards. Feedback. Event challenges can get stuck behind regular challenges, meaning players need to leave the event before they can return. Down the road, we want to have separate challenge lists. Holy fucking moly! So that weekly challenges aren't blocking event challenges and vice versa. Holy shit! Thank you. Feedback. Tenrai is fun, but limiting progress per week made it feel tedious at times. And then mixed feedback was recurring Tenrai events are appreciated by players who missed them or could not maximize progress in a week, but not as appreciated by highly active players. So even though we've seen some players believe repeating events can get stale, many appreciate the opportunity to catch up on weeks when they have more time to play. We like this fracture format as it stands right now, but we'll continue to look at ways to improve it even further. And then finally, Theater and Observer. Feedback was, fix your shit. There's a handful of improvements for Theater and Observer coming with a focus on addressing overall stability, issues caused by viewing multiple films in a row, and problems that arise when observing multiple matches in a row. We're consistently making improvements to both these features. You should start seeing the results within Season 2's release. That's it for the regular fucking news. I'd say this is time for kind of games watch, but it's not because fuck, we don't have anything to talk about. I will say all my sassiness aside in that previous blog post, I will say I'm glad that they're owning up to their shit. I'm like, yeah, based off how this was made, we can't do that. So we hear you, and we're going to try to make it so we can do the thing that you want now. Per match XP, awesome. Separate challenge lists, awesome. Especially for events. If you don't have a lot of time to play and you want to focus on one thing, that's awesome. Cross-core customization, however long it takes, however wonky it is, at least we're getting something of it. The being able to separate things within kits, that's fucking cool. We wanted that from the get-go. Awesome to see. It's, like I said, my snarkiness aside, there are a lot of things in the article where it's like, obviously, I wish this never was a problem to begin with, but you owned your shit, and now we work on fixing it. Anything you'd like to add? I'm sorry. All right. It's time for Will's Adventures in the Neighbors and other games too. Will, what the fuck did you play?
Played some Rainbow Six Siege.
How'd that go?
It went fine in quick play, but once we jumped into ranked, it was kind of a shit show.
Oh, you went back in there, huh? Dove deep?
Yeah. There's a different skill level in ranked. You can feel prepared, but you might never be prepared. We played some Halo Infinite. Grinding out the ranked playlists.
How'd that go?
I'm enjoying it.
After playing it for a while, what is your favorite map now?
Ooh.
Game's been out for a little while now. You've had the chance to play a bunch of maps, and it's
probably
Bizarre, right?
It's Streets. I think Streets is my favorite map.
I didn't mean Bizarre. I should have said Behemoth.
Oh, Behemoth.
Streets is your favorite map?
Yeah, Streets is my favorite. Probably followed by probably Recharge. No, I'll take that back. Streets, Live Fire, Recharge,
Snag, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Bizarre.
In terms of ranking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll leave it there. I think that's the ranked play. I'm not. Obviously, Behemoth isn't there in ranked anymore.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank fucking Christ.
I think that's the one. Oh, Aquarius. Did I say Aquarius?
You did not.
Yeah, I'm just shit at that map. So it's like
I'm shit at it.
Aquarius Bizarre.
I feel like if you don't have proper setups on Aquarius, then you gotta get fucked.
Yeah.
Snag says launch site for the win. Go fuck yourself. Pancake says Behemoth all the way. Go fuck yourself too. What was I gonna say? I am excited for the audio changes that are coming. Where I think you'll be able to turn down like the environmental audio.
Yeah. So I want to talk about that too for a second, because
The arcade in Streets is fucking annoying. That was my point.
well, but I've been playing through basically a aux cord that's plugged into my controller and then into my mix amp.
Okay.
And that dulls down the quality quite a bit.
Yeah.
So when I just didn't want to do that. So I plugged my headset right into my controller the other day. And I'm playing it on, like, I think it was Recharge, and I'm sitting like elevator and I hear like ding, ding, ding behind me, like just environmental noises.
Yeah.
I just whip around. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm hearing shit I had never heard before.
Yep.
And it's like throwing me off. I thought someone was literally like sneaking up and running behind me.
There's birds chirping on one map. I forget which one it is.
Probably live fire.
It's
It's the only outside one. Bizarre. Fucking chickens.
I forgot what the fuck it was. But no, like, it caught me off guard too. And then, like I said, the arcade is just too loud.
Yeah. It's neat.
It is cool.
For a second.
It literally a second. Literally a second. Because I'm dialed in thinking somebody's going to come from PD or tires, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there and I just hear it. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck this. Pancake says, yeah, it's live fire. Well, there you go. You guys are right. But yeah.
Yeah, those are the two games I played. Josh, I see you have one on the list.
I played one game because we didn't do a play date. Other shit was happening. So, I played Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Elden Ring. There's a major, no spoilers, obviously. There is a major boss in the game. I beat on the second try. And that felt really good.
Your mage bullshit.
It was hilarious. Oh, what the, whoa. Do you need, whoa, what happened? I only have audio on my left side.
Same.
Right now. No, okay. It was just you. It was your problem. It wasn't plugged in all the way. Now it is. See?
That was weird.
Yeah. I think you pulled on a little bit when you when you turned.
When I moved up.
Yeah.
Do a little twist.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I got a spell, a sorcery, if you will, called the Comet Azure.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But the funny thing is it got nerfed. Not enough. So I fucking, oh man, it's crazy. I was not expecting it to happen the way that it did.
I picked up a summons.
Yeah.
Which I'm really excited to use, but I don't have enough FP for it yet.
Oh God.
But apparently this summon is like just a tank. Like they just take a ton of damage.
Yeah.
And it's nice for me because then I'm not focused on and I can just walk up and run away.
Oh yeah, I won't lie. I use summons. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fucking like top tier. I'm a fucking normie. Okay, come on.
Yep. And then I got two Uchi katanas now. So I'm dual wielding.
Uchi katanas?
Yeah. I'm dual wielding that shit.
Ushigushi.
Although I put a Ash of War on the katanas.
Okay.
It's like a blood one, which is it looks really cool.
You are doing a blood build.
But the problem is like I technically lost damage output with it from my previous Art of War.
Oh.
Or Ash of War.
But with the blood build up, like what, you hit it 4 times or whatever, and then it should take off a decent chunk of health, so maybe that counteracts?
Yeah. Maybe once I get the combined,
Yeah.
Because it's like a special attack that you have to use for that.
Yep. Your R2 or whatever.
It's like you have to hold L2.
Oh, yeah.
And then use either,
Yeah, I'm using the Moonveil Katana. So I'm using the Ash of War, or Art of War, whatever the fuck that's on.
Ash.
Yeah, that was on the weapon when you get it. Which has 2 different ones. You can hold down left trigger and then press right bumper to use like a slash that goes across, or you can hold left trigger and then pull right trigger, and you do like a dope ass down slash. So that's what I got in I switched between that and my staff, obviously.
Did you see that someone beat the game in world record time?
What, 11 minutes or something like that?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Apparently there's you can do like skips where it just flings you across the map.
That sounds dope as shit.
And it's like, because like you'll fling to this map or to the spot, and then like you'll like fling yourself into a boss battle, and then like he just like quits out and rejoins, and it's like the boss is defeated because of the weirdness going on. It's not like
it's just glitching the game.
It's basically it's not a glitch because it's
it's a glitch.
It's fucked up.
That's a glitch. That's definitely sounds like a glitch.
Yeah.
Who am I?
You can't do anything in 11. You can't get across the first area in 11 minutes.
I mean, you can get transported to Caelid in 11 minutes.
Oh yeah. I found that chest, by the way.
Yeah.
So funny thing, I opened that chest.
Yeah.
And I ran away.
Yeah, you don't get transported. Yeah.
Until I already had Caelid unlocked.
Sure.
So then I wanted to go to a spot in Caelid.
Yeah.
So I tried to just go to the Lost Grace.
Yeah.
And it transported me into that mine.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. I was like, why am I here? I didn't ask to go here. And then I was like, oh shit. I couldn't go anywhere else. I had to find my way out from it.
I should go back to that cave now that I'm much, much higher level than I was at the beginning of the game. Because when I got transported there to go get the meteorite staff, light spoilers, it doesn't mean anything if you don't know what I'm talking about. Like when I did that to go get the meteorite staff in Caelid, they fucked me up when I went in there the first time. I'm like, holy shit, give me the grace to get me the fuck out. And I got the meteorite staff and I got the fuck out. It was great. That game is good, man.
It is a good game.
That's a really good game. Game is very special. Very special indeed. I should have put on here, I forgot to, especially considering the TikTok you sent me. I did start Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. But yeah, I started episode 1. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start with episode 7. Because I've learned that there's the cool part about this Lego game is that you can swap characters on the fly. Like you don't have to go to a hub world to switch your character and then run that character through the mission. You can switch on the fly. And there's subsets of characters that have different abilities to help you in the missions, right? But some of those abilities you don't unlock until the very beginning of episode 7. So I'm going to do episode 7 first, then go back and go through. I already know what happens in them. I've seen them all, but yeah. Pretty good so far. Combat's cool. Yeah, that's what I played. Will, shall we get into some shoutouts? Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. We had Omega Ihazu. Thank you for the follow. We have Raider Hater with a 5-month resub arena. And then we have Eric Lanky Sasquatch with the 14-month resub arena. Thank you guys very much. Greatly appreciated. You guys get more. Woo! There it is. Snag says, hype to play that later in the year. Which one? Lego Star Wars or Elden Ring? Both are great. Elden Ring's a very special game. I'll say that. Happy belated birthday to Pixel Flare. And then happy birthday today to Veronica, as a matter of fact. So happy birthday to you guys. Hope the day and days were great. Community creations, Halo memes every day, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check it out. Clips of the week number 152 by High Tech Redneck. Video's out today. Optic Halo ranks the Halo games. It's by Optic Gaming. Will.
Yeah.
Something that might be a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah, that list is trash.
Really? Halo 5 was A tier.
I know.
Jeez, anyway, there's the
mic smack. They messed
Are you saying it sucked because 3 and 2 were S tier or whatever? Or A tier?
Yeah. Those games suck now.
God. Oh my God.
Anyway.
Will is a Halo zoomer, if you will. Us Halo boomers. Well, would you be Gen Z? Are you a Gen Z?
I have no idea.
Is that what that is?
I have no idea.
Dude, I don't know either. All I know is that we are millennials. Like, we are technically millennials.
Yeah.
Even as we're 30. But But either way, yeah, I have some qualms with their list as well. I love how people are like, I would actually bump Halo 4 a tier higher. Like, yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. I mean, granted, it's in D tier right now, so like, yeah, bump it up a bit. Put in that C tier. It's average. That's it. Just average. And then we have Breaking Down Teamwork. This is by Shyway. We talked about Snipe Down, but FaZe is in that video and talks about the teamwork behind that roster. So that would actually be a really good listen given the context of what we talked about earlier in the show. So go check that video out. Well, that's all I got for the community creations. And that's all I got for the show. So if you wouldn't mind doing me a solid and plugging the motherfucker.
If you want to listen to us, you can find us on podcast services. Leave us a review and let us know what you think of what we got going on here. And if you want to listen to Josh's favorite source podcast,
Pocket Cast.
there you go. Join the Discord if you want to join the community discussion. Link is provided in the Google Doc at the show notes of the show or on our link tree in our Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. We're mostly on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Meh. We have a YouTube if you want to watch VODs or anything else we had going on there. YouTube.com/HCS Pro Talk. If you want to watch us live on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central or like 7:30 today.
Roughly, yeah.
Twitch.tv/HCS Pro Talk. You can go to hcsprotalk.com, find a link to our merch in the top right corner and all other things HCS Pro Talk on the site. And don't forget to find folks over at Podcast Evolve. Make sure to check out evolvedhalo.com.
Your home for Halo.
They have shows such as Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus Book Club, Builds with Blocks, and Halo Headlines. So check them out for all your Halo needs. Josh, that's all I got. Send it off.
Sick. Snag says, I know I need to hop on. I'm just not ready for the ass kicking yet in Elden Ring. And then Pancake says, don't sleep on the Ring of Elders. Don't sleep on it. It's a good time. But guys, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for episode 230 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for watching live. If you're here hanging out with us in the live show, thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to come enjoy some Halo discussion, among other things, on the show. If you're listening to if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, hey, I love the comments. Keep them coming. Read them, reply to them, send them in. If you're listening to the audio version of the show, hey, you don't see me looking at the camera right now. I'm looking at you. I'm staring into your soul. I like what I see. I do. You got a good soul. What's that Jesse McCartney song, Beautiful Soul?
Yeah.
It's the first thing that fucking popped in my head. Oh, I'm old as shit. But if you're listening to the audio version of the show, thank you so much as well. Well, that was Will Doing Beautiful Soul by Jesse McCartney. I literally do not know where to go from there. Holy shit. I was going to say, if you're listening to the audio version of the show, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day, night, weekend, whatever it may be. It's greatly appreciated. We hope you enjoy as well. And like Will said, join the Discord if you haven't already. Lots of cool discussions happening in there. Not just Halo related, but a whole bunch of shit. So if you're interested in just talking with the community, join up. We're in there too. All right. We're a couple weeks away, guys, from KC, which means, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm looking at the calendar right now, in 2 episodes from now, we will have our HCS Kansas City pre-show. You're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be a good time. We're going to talk about the teams. We're going to talk about our expectations, our predictions that we always get wrong. But that's okay. It's part of the fun. You know, it's part of the fun. And like we've been saying consistently, we will be there. We will be at Kansas City. So if you are going to be there, let us know. Hit us up in the DMs. Join the Discord. We'll talk about it. It'll be a good time. We'll hang out, have some drinks, watch some Halo. Be a good time. We hope to see you there. Guys, that's going to do it for episode 230. We'll be back next week. But until then, beautiful souls and shit. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.